Welcome to Throne Kingdom. Unlimited excitement awaits here in Throne Kingdom. Now let's dig into chapters 2 and 3 of the fairy tale manga. Um, Last time, Lucy had just joined Fairy Tale, and Natsu, Happy, and Lucy all get there, and things escalate quite quickly. Now we know Makarov puts a good end to this before things get way too serious, but they got some good hits in, and Mira was in quite a bit of pain there. She got hit in the head with a beer bottle, and Natsu was just all fired up, and Gray was completely nude, so about normal. And Makarov put an end to it by stepping on Natsu, and then everyone was quite done. Uh, then we got that Makarov's speech where who cares what the council thinks of us, even though I got all his paperwork, and he just burns it, and then he goes, do what you think is right. And that just about sums up these two episodes, is Makarov's little speech right there, because following up after this speech, we see Romeo come into the guild hall and start complaining that his dad's been gone a week and he was only supposed to be gone 3 days. So we get this mad Romeo who punches Makarov in the face and walks out. And Lucy's concerned about it, and we obviously know Natsu is too. And then we get some Natsu backstory, and we get to see Natsu and Igneel and how he misses Igneel and everything, and that he's relating to Romeo right now, and that leads him to his adventure on Mount Hakabe. And of course, Happy tags along, but so does Lucy. And she wasn't expecting all the snow, so she hides in Horologium, like she will continuously do throughout the manga, I'm sure. And this is the first time we get to see Horologium, and it's a humorous thing just to hear the Horologium's interpreting for Lucy, and that's probably one of the biggest comedy strong points of this episode. Um, so then, after that, pretty quickly after they get there, we get Lucy getting kidnapped by this Vulcan that Makao came to Mount Hakabe to take care of. Um, uh, as we know, uh, that's the end of chapter 2. So then after this, we move into chapter 3, and chapter 3 opens with them with Natsu catching up, and Natsu catches up pretty quickly, obviously, and we get and he makes his entrance. It's a terrible entrance and a terrible start to things, as usual. And then he's easily fooled by the Vulcan, who just pushes him on off the cliff. And that seems like Natsu's gonna be gone for a little while. And then Lucy, in her little bit of desperation, she calls a pervert to take care of a pervert, and Taurus comes to take care of this Vulcan. And at first, they're both just crushing on Lucy, but then they get a little out of hand with each other, and they start fighting. And nothing really happens before Natsu gets back, because Happy was able to catch him and brings him back. And of course, Natsu gets there. First thing he sees is two monsters. Closest one is Taurus, and he just kicks the crap out of Taurus, and Taurus is done for. So yeah, that made what Lucy did pretty much pointless. But you can understand, Natsu sees another monster, he takes care of it fairly quickly. Then he proceeds to kick the crap out of the Vulcan, and he gives his little talk on how Fairy Tail is a family, and this Vulcan's responsible for taking part of that family from Natsu, and he's gonna find Makao. So then he kicks the crap out of the Vulcan, and the Vulcan puts up more of a fight than Taurus, and he ends up throwing ice chunks at Natsu, which just melt on contact with Natsu's body, and Natsu's completely unfazed by it. Then we get the the scene with Vulcan getting Taurus's axe. Now, Vulcan just goes completely insane, just swinging all over the place with this axe, and Natsu trips up and he almost hits Natsu, but Natsu catches it, melts it into his mouth, and then spits it out and hits the Vulcan in the head. Uh, and that looks like a pretty it had quite a bit of force behind it. It looks kind of painful. So that trips Vulcan up just enough for Natsu to charge his Iron Fist attack, and he just hits that Vulcan at full force with the Iron Fist, and that Vulcan is done for. The Iron Fist was obviously a lot more powerful than his kick he started with, and we see that Vulcan hits the wall super hard, and he starts to change. And this kind of catches Natsu off guard for some reason, and then we get the fact that, hey, the Vulcan is actually Makao. So they found Makao, but he's severely beaten up by all the Vulcans that he fought. So then the wall caves in, and Makao almost falls, but Natsu catches him, starts to fall. Happy catches Natsu, starts to fall. Lucy then catches Happy, and she starts to fall, and you think, oh crap, there's no one else there. Well, yeah, there is. And Taurus catches Lucy. And then, Taurus gets his own little moment in the manga, which he never got in the anime, because in the anime, that didn't happen. None of that happened with Makao falling out. And so Taurus still got his moment in the manga, and that honestly makes me kind of happy. Even if he can be kind of a pervert, it's good that he got his moment. And then we get Natsu carterizing Makao, and then bringing Makao back and explaining that Makao beat 19 monsters on his own. And then 19 of this Vulcan, his 20th got to him. And we get the Makao reuniting with Romeo, and Romeo's super happy, and we go through the story of how why Makao went to Mount Hakabe, and Romeo's part in wanting him to, so why Romeo was feeling a little bit of guilt, and we get this heartwarming father and son moment, and it's really nice. And he thanks Natsu, he thanks Happy, and then Lucy gets a little bit of a special thanks, and you can tell that she really appreciates it, because it's the first time someone's really been this appreciative of her for doing a job, and she gets a taste of that. And then we also see her letter for July 4th: sunny, snowstorm, sunny. And as we know, they went Mount Hakabe, so that's what it's referring to with the snowstorm. Is we had it started out as a sunny day. They went to Mount Hakabe, that was a snowstorm, and then they got back and it was a sunny day. And so we get this nice little end to it, just like we did in the anime with Lucy and Happy and Natsu walking away from a job well done and a father returned to a son. So they're all happy. And next time on Fairy Tail, we get a taste of what it's like for Lucy to start renting her apartment, and the fact that Natsu and Happy might like it more than she does, and she likes it a lot, and they're gonna be spending some time there. We'll get to see what she thinks of that, and so the apartment definitely has Natsu and Happy's approval. But anyway, as to my review for these two chapters of Fairy Tail, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because I had absolutely no problems with it, and I think it did better than the anime. My reference for the anime is, if it was as good as the anime, I'll give it an 8, because the anime overall was about an 8. But if it's better, it gets a higher score. If it's worse, it gets a lower score. Now, I'm gonna say that that's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. So yeah, I'm giving this a 9, and I might change those rating rules later, but if I do change them, I'll let you know what I'm doing. So from now on, when I'm rating things, I will be doing little arcs. I'll be doing arcs as two-parters or three-parters in a review, and then I will be doing filler episodes on their own because they have nothing to do with anything else. And just in general, I'll when a story is related to itself, I'll incorporate them into the same videos and stuff. Like, this was technically 2 issues of the manga, but it was just one adventure. So that's what I was doing. And so yeah, my review on this is 9, and I really did love the stuff they did with this, like Taurus getting his moment, and just the subtle differences between the anime and the manga. So this has been Throne and Throne Kingdom, and I welcome you guys back next time for some more unlimited excitement. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If there's anything you think I could do better or improve upon, just let me know, and I would love to improve. Just let me know, and I would love to improve upon it. So just let me know. But I'll see you guys next time.